God, where am I? Who am I? Bear, why did you stick me in this chair? Wait, where's Bear? Oh, hey, human. You're here too.
Hey.
Uh, so that's okay. That's what the notes were about. So I'm kidnapping my resident EFT expert. He might not consider himself one, but the motherfucker knows more than I do, so we're gonna roll with that. And
It's different knowledge, different knowledge. There's
fair
things
enough.
that I have no idea about, and I need you, and there's things that you have no clue about, and you're completely lost on, and I
And
know like the back of my
I
hand.
I need a human for that one. Yep.
And I feel like that's a huge element of Escape from Tarkov.
It honestly,
Knowledge.
it's knowledge, co-op, teamwork. Like for a game that you can perfectly solo, the community knowledge is such a huge thing with the whole deal.
Hmm.
All right, so we're gonna start simple, and then we'll work our way to the existential.
Okay.
So, how did you hear about Tarkov, my guy?
So, how did I hear about Tarkov? So, I'm really into GunTube. I think that's where it all started. So
Okay.
I started watching lots of Demolition Ranch, Donut Operator, and then Brandon Herrera's big AK guy fan. And then I saw he was streaming one day, Escape from Tarkov. I don't know how, this is a while ago. That's the first time I heard of it. Like this was maybe 3 years ago.
Okay.
Um, if not more. And I just watched the gameplay, and I saw him running a Sega 12 on woods near like the lumber yard,
Okay.
and just rip it. And I was like, bro, the gun play looks so good. I was like, I like the healing aspect of it. Like, and when he was playing it, he was playing with no HUD. And
Mm-hmm.
that's one thing I've never liked about video games was like the HUD takes me out of like the escapism
The
that I
immersion.
look for. Yeah, the immersion, like when I play a video game, like I want to escape. I want to fully be in that game and you know. Um
Interesting choice of a place to escape there, my guy.
well, it's in the title of the game too.
It
Come on.
is. I agree with that. I agree with that.
Um, so I didn't actually get the game until much later. But that's what got me into it. I started watching other videos, watching other content creators. Never really got into the community about it, and then it just kind of fell off for me.
Okay.
And then I reconnected with a childhood friend. You've met him, Shrapnel Boy,
Yeah,
I
Shrapnel
believe.
Boy.
Yeah. So I reconnected with him, and he was really big into it. And he had just started his YouTube channel too.
Okay.
And so I saw some clips. He showed me some clips. I was like, dude, this game looks so fun. He's like, yeah, it is. Like, hey, it's like on sale right now. I think it was like $45 or something like
That's
that.
about what I
And
grabbed it
I'm
for too. Yeah.
yeah, and I was used to playing on Xbox, playing AAA titles,
Mm,
and I had just recently gotten my PC, my rig,
got you,
because I originally wanted to just play Flight Simulator. That's really why I got a PC.
dude. Flight Simulator
Um,
is an uncultured gem. That thing is fucking fantastic. Uncultured's the
it
wrong word. Cultured gem.
it
That's the one.
it truly is. It's a game that you could just sink hours and hours into. But besides that fact, I decided to buy it, and then I bought it. I don't even think I ran a raid. Like I bought it and was like, oh, I'm gonna play this later, and then we kind of just like not we fell off me and channel, but like
Shit
you know how
happened.
it is with like
You got stuff to
long
do.
long life friends. Life
Yeah.
happened. We didn't talk for months. And then one day I decided to just I was like, fuck it. I forgot I have Escape from Tarkov. Like I saw something like a Facebook clip. And then I went back. I was like, I think I still have it. I looked up my account, recovered my password because obviously I didn't remember my password. It's probably like a year later. Um,
And THC does
and
that
then
sometimes.
yeah, definitely. Um, so and then I got back into the game, and then I started running by myself. Like I still hadn't really gotten in contact with Shrapnel back then yet.
Got you.
I had just finished going through my whole phase of Helldivers. I was like
Mm,
really into Helldivers,
democracy.
um, which kind of was my introduction into the extraction shooter genre. I mean, some people don't really call it
That's
extraction
an
shooter. I
extraction
actually
shooter.
do.
You do your mission. It gives you your exit, and it's the only way you're gonna succeed. That's an extraction
And it's
shooter.
timed, and you have to well in Helldivers you still can get a mission accomplished with death. Like
Oh yeah, you absolutely
extracting
you
is
could.
just a plus.
Yeah, well, it's the benefit. Yeah, I've the
Yeah.
amount of times that I've done super hell dive by myself, and it's like, all right, mission's accomplished. I don't even care if I die now. Yeah, no, that I agree.
Hmm. The mission takes priority over your life, right?
Exactly, exactly.
um, so I decided to get into it, and I just like I was having a hard time, and I'm not the type of person I don't read manuals, right?
Mm,
Um, and then you go, oh well, you could watch the instructional video. That's too much work. I don't want to do that.
Yeah, I feel it.
So I just go all in. So that's kind of how I got into it. And then like there was so much mystery behind the game and so much to learn, and I love that it was so immersive.
Hmm.
Um that it captivated me at that point. And that's pretty much, so to keep it simple, right? I know I rambled on there a little bit,
Ah,
but
dude, that's what an
to keep
interview's
it
for.
to keep it nice and simple, YouTube.
Fair enough.
And if I had to narrow it down to a single person, Brandon Herrera.
Well, considering the
That's
guy's
how
AK,
I ended up finding it.
considering they put the AK-50 in the game as like a almost an homage to the dude. I mean, I
Mm-hmm.
can't. Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
I can agree with that. Well, I can tell you about how I heard it real fast. So,
Yeah.
scrolling around YouTube, 2018, 2019, I come across this video. All healing animations for Escape from Tarkov. Never even heard of this fucking game. And I'm like, healing animations? What the, like, Stalker? And I clicked it on and I watched it and I loved the animations. I loved the realism. The idea that I'm having to cut myself open and pull a bullet out of myself because I got unlucky, dude, that was a really cool idea. And then it fell off for like 4 years. Randomly, I scrolling through YouTube again, come across this kid called Leviticus. This dude is just a goof nut of a Tarkov dude. He does other stuff too, but mainly Tarkov, tier lists, making jokes. He's also the man I discovered the
Oh,
M60 being the best sniper rifle in the game because when
is he the young man with the he has the
Balaclava and helmet on all the
balaclava
time.
and the helmet on.
Yep,
Yep, yep, yep.
yep.
I like his videos. I
His
like his
video
videos.
his videos are great. I'll have to plug something in the video later. Go watch his shit. Um, but anyway, and I got enamored. I sat and I stared at this like, what is this game? How I don't. I'm gathering information about the game without ever touching it. So by the time I jumped in my first PvP setup, and I see a dude with a ratnik and a pack walking by with a handgun, I purposely choose not to shoot that guy because I bet that guy's just as inexperienced as me trying to figure out what's going on. Now the Chad down the hall firing the AK-12, yeah, let's throw every round we have at him. So I got the game during the hardcore way because best time to start is right before it releases on the hardest situation it has, right?
Hmm.
And being an old Souls player, the first real death, I don't mean like that cheesy, oh, I got popped in the side of the head death. No, I mean that first full firefight and I lost death. Something snapped in my brain and went, oh, motherfuckers, you're gonna pay. And I immediately went back. The way I like to describe it is it's black tar heroin that hates you.
Yeah,
So yeah, that's how I found out about Tarkov. So, next question I got.
yeah. What's up?
Ugh, simple one. What kind of games do you play?
Well, how far back do you want me to go?
Let's do the last 10 years. Last 10 years, what type of games you been into?
So just like in my life, I don't know if it comes to like it's an autistic thing or something like that. If you ask my wife, she's gonna say yeah, it is. Everything I do is an autistic thing.
I know that feeling. My wife does the same thing to me.
But um, I go through phases and binges of things, right? So like I would say the earliest thing I can remember like within the last decade was Assassin's Creed,
Ooh, okay.
right? And I really liked it for, yeah, it was fictional, but it ran parallel to factual historical events and organizations, right?
Got you.
So that was extremely like infatuating for me. Um and that was like, so I started with the whole Ezio trilogy, and then I went a little further on into like Black Flag, Brotherhood. And then the game kind of got silly, so I kind of dropped off of that and I started getting into For Honor.
Ooh, okay. Yeah, nope, I played some For Honor. I was always,
Loved it. Then I started playing ranked For Honor and I started doing very well.
I
Um
used to abuse people as the Valkyrie and the Gladiator. Those were my two.
Lawbringer, dude. I
Ooh,
only
okay.
played the Lawbringer. I didn't play any other character.
Lawbringer is
I
pretty cool. I can't knock that. That halberd is fucking mean.
And that was the only time, that was the first time I started getting hate messages ever
That
gaming in my life,
that will
because
motivate you.
bullied I bullied people. And what I mean by bullied is, yeah, I'm spamming you. I'm gonna spam block, and then parry you nonstop because his block and parries are phenomenal.
Oh yeah, his parries are great.
And then I'm gonna push you off the map, and you're gonna get pissed off and say that, oh, like I'm a wimp,
You didn't fight
because
me. It was an honorable.
you
It's
didn't
like
fight me, you just pushed me off the map. I won.
I hate
You
to be, no, I
lost.
hate to be this way, but there's no such thing as a fair fight.
No.
So yeah, let's not even play
So
that game.
after that, I got into another. I've always like on the side. I've always been into racing games.
Mm,
So last 10 years, I mean, this would have been before. My all-time favorite is Need for Speed Underground 2, but that's not the last 10 years.
got you.
I would say it was Forza Horizon and Forza Horizon 2, Forza Motorsport, because I was on Xbox,
Yeah,
so I
you were
didn't
an
really have
Xbox
access
kid.
to Gran
Yeah.
Turismo. Yeah, yeah. So playing all the Forzas, Need for Speed, they were all shit after
Pro Street was the
really,
last
I
one
think
that
after I think Carbon was the last good one.
Pro Street wasn't bad, but the idea and concept was completely different. Rather than being in the city and racing and stuff, it was set up like a tournament, like you were there for a
Yeah,
rallycross tournament.
that's not what I wanted on Need for Speed, but
No,
either way,
yeah, got you. Either way, but we're moving on.
yeah. And then I've always been a Battlefield guy, right? Ever since Bad
mm,
Company, the launch of Bad Company,
Bad
I've
Company was
always
tits.
been a Battlefield guy.
That
I stopped caring about Call of Duty after Black Ops 2. So then after I fully moved over to Battlefield, playing Bad Company 2, Battlefield 3, Battlefield 4, Battlefield Hardline, and then it was Battlefield 5. And then the only I think I stopped at 5 because I played Red Sec, but I didn't play Battlefield 6.
okay.
And the reason I didn't play Battlefield 6 is because that's already dipping into my Tarkov era. so
Ah,
so yeah,
fair.
but I skipped a bunch in the middle. So once
Does
I got
explain your strange calmness to it, a massive firefight around you. Battlefield will do that. Yeah.
yeah, it definitely conditions you to pure chaos and just being like, okay, it's not that serious,
Mm, yep. Fair.
pick your targets.
That explains a lot.
Um, and then I played lots of Flight Simulator. Like I think I might have mentioned that earlier.
You
I don't
did.
know.
Yeah, we mentioned that. That was a
Yeah,
part of the reason we got the rig.
yeah. So the Flight Simulator, and then obviously Helldivers. So
Mm.
I binged Flight Sim, and then I got on Helldivers when that came out. I love the cheesiness of the propaganda.
Oh,
You
dude,
know,
it
it
is
was so comedic.
Starship Troopers, but with more fucking flair to it. I love it.
And I'm a huge Starship Troopers fan, so like I was all in.
Uh
Even though
the
I
old
fight bots, I hate fighting bugs.
I'm doing my part. Yep, got you, bud. Got you.
Would you like to learn more? um,
Right on.
and then I got into games like Beam NG, because I liked like the crash mechanic and like how cars had every single part. I've always sought realism, you know.
Fair.
And then I had a huge phase. This is when me and the wife started playing together. We played a lot of Sea of Thieves.
Mm,
Um, so yeah, that was awesome. That was fun. But it got old really quick. I made a German friend. His name was Leon. Um, I haven't heard from him in years because we stopped playing Sea of Thieves. But me, Leon, and the wife, we would run a 3-man on a slew, and we would have a blast,
mm-hmm.
And then we started playing Ark. I got her into Ark. Well, she kind of played Ark a long time ago with her roommates, but like started actually playing Ark with me.
Gotcha.
Um, so did a little Adam and Eve cosplay, basically. You know what I'm saying?
Okay, that's cute.
Um, yeah. So like I don't know, it was a great bonding moment. And then I discovered Tarkov,
And
and then it consumed my life. So, and that's really the only game that I get any satisfaction in. Right before 1.0, I did play a bunch of Arc Raiders.
mhm.
Really enjoyed that. And then I played what else?
ABI, lots of ABI.
ABI. The reason I played ABI is because the wife wanted to play Tarkov. She got Tarkov. Had a very like I'm talking about like brand new to PC, right? So she doesn't know how to
Mm,
walk with
oh,
the keyboard. She doesn't know how to aim with the mouse. She's used to
yeah,
controller.
yeah.
So I was like, okay, well, ABI is free. And then also my buddy Lance, he got like the false ban. He got
Mm-hmm.
banned
Yep.
wrongfully. from
And
Tarkov. So
that one I
mhm.
actually found out about doing some research. There was an update like a year and a half ago that they did where they added a bunch of motherboards to the list of things to ban, and it ended up false banning a bunch of people simply because of the hardware.
So that might have been his
Yeah,
issue,
I'm
but I
guessing it was
mean,
his issue.
he had like 30 hours into the game, and he got banned right after he hit the most disgusting shot on ground zero on this guy. So
Generally, they
I
don't. Honestly, generally, Battle State is not that quick to get things done, so my money is still going to be the hardware situation. Not for any other
probably,
reason besides, even though cheaters are very prevalent in Tarkov, most people will just accept their death and move on. They're not going to report the person who killed them. Especially if it's something like, he sniped me from 130 meters away. Okay, fair. Yeah, it's kind of hard to argue with that. Obviously, I
no.
fucked up.
This one was he had tapped somebody with a M700 with a giant scope on it inside of the restaurant on ground zero, from the stair from probably 2 meters away.
So, right where a 3x would actually be useful, because that scope starts as a 3x. Yeah, okay. All right, so there's a possibility that he ended up killing a streamer or something, and that's what caused him so much problem, because
Or
there's been a fair
or a
amount.
developer,
Either
you
or.
know.
Yeah. Like, fact of the matter is, Battlestate is very protective of their little boys and girls who play the game for them and make them money off of just advertising,
Hmm.
basically. They're pure advertisers.
Oh yeah,
It's one of the reasons that
100%.
besides me and you dicking around and streaming it, I don't watch any streamers who do Tarkov. Like, they just don't. I have no interest in these people. Anyway, time to move on to the next
But
question.
yeah, so that's pretty much it. That's my like repertoire of games.
You have a wide
Everything from
variety.
I do have a wide variety. I do play a lot. I mean, if we go back further than 10 years, I could go even further. Talk about Warcraft, not WoW, but Warcraft, like Frozen Throne, strategy games, End War. Was really into that. You know, the original Counter Strikes. Was really into that. Shit, a game you probably maybe not even heard of called Helicopter Rescue, where you would
I've heard of
play as a
Helicopter Rescue.
Yeah, okay, yeah, like super old school games.
Oh,
Like,
yeah. Oh,
yeah.
yeah.
Either way, all right.
So, what is it about PvP that keeps bringing you back?
The adrenaline dump.
Fair. That's a very simple
It's
answer.
No, 100%. I mean, I can elaborate on it, but like it's when it really comes down to is all the games I played, the only game that has ever come close to the level of which my heart rate increases, the level of which I get literal adrenaline in my system was For Honor on ranked competitions.
Okay.
Um and just like the how much is on the line, and then how much you gain from actually winning a combat, and like after getting beat and just devastated and steamrolled, and then you get a guy, and then you get another guy, and you get another guy after that, and you learn your lessons. The dopamine release, like I feel like the human reward system is just they've mastered that with Escape from Tarkov. And the way to do it is small victories through brutal defeats, and
Mm.
that makes those like little victories just feel so good. It's that dopamine release and that adrenaline rush during the fight, like literal shaking, like
Do you see why I call
heart
this?
racing.
You see why I call this game Black Tower Heroin that hates you?
Yes, yes, 100%. But like the honest truth is just how the game makes me feel, the how it increases my heart rate, and
Mm.
how it legitimately dumps um adrenaline into my bloodstream. Like the closest thing I could describe it to was when I would play paintball.
I miss playing paintball.
Like I would get the same amount of adrenaline dump playing paintball, where the consequences were real
Yeah.
physical consequences of getting hit by a paintball and those suckers hurt.
Oh yeah, they don't feel good.
Yeah, this game doesn't hurt physically, but dude,
Does it hurt
there are
emotionally?
consequences. And but then when you succeed, it's just so good. So yeah, that's why I really like about
that's
PvP.
that's about what I could describe of it. Is I have never played a game that gives me more stress, more anxiety, yet more elation when fucking I conquer something than anything else. Great example, very simple one. in the middle of dicking around at customs, trying to get the pocket watch done. I go over to old gas station. There's two scavs over there. Boo hoo, pop both of them. As I go over to go and raid them, I get shot at by Partisan. Apparently, this motherfucker had followed me up there. And that was the last decision he ever made. That transition from anxiety to I hear something to oh shit, I fucking getting shot at to the elation of winning the firefight is just. I've never played anything that matches it.
No, I've never played anything that matches. The only thing that gets close to the feeling that Tarkov gives me are real life things with the real life consequences.
Fair, yeah. Something that's genuinely actually scary. Like, I used to risk my life for a paycheck doing construction and stained glass, working anywhere from 60 feet to 120 feet up in the air. One slip is death. It's about the only time that I've ever felt the same stuff as I do playing this game. And mind you, it's a fucking video game. But like you were saying,
yes,
but
that's
like you
the
were,
craziest part.
but like you were saying before, the HUD, the sound, the immersion. It is so easy to plop yourself in the middle. Like, you're in woods now, dude. Sucks to be you.
And as much as people say the audio is shit in this game from Tarkov,
The
out of
audio.
all the games I've ever played, it is the most immersive surround sound and audio based game that I have ever played. Like, audio is so important.
Yeah, no, the
Like just the
audio.
other day, just the other day when I was streaming, and I was like, I had to tell everybody to be quiet. I was like, please be quiet. Like, I need to hear him.
Yeah, no, and that's part of the reason that, like, especially with streaming, it's I can't do like more than one or two people because not on top of the keeping track of the stream itself and keeping track of what other people are saying to me, but I want to hear somebody sprinting up on me. I need to hear the bushes. I need to hear where the gunfire is coming from. Yeah, no, it's the audio is crap yet brilliant at the same time. It's crap because sometimes it'll give you the wrong direction that a thing is coming from. Boo-hoo,
Or you'll get
BFD.
the cut off machine gun fire. We hear, but
Yeah, all I've
and you're
had.
like, what was that
Oh,
noise? And then what's actually happening is someone's firing in full auto.
I have also had the issue where all audio drops out completely. That one's a new one from 1.0. I haven't seen it before that.
Fair, fair.
All right, next question. Bear or USEC?
So
I knew this was gonna be a tough one
Bear.
for you. Bear.
Bear.
All right, Bear.
I went USEC with my 1.0, right?
Mm-hmm.
But that was a conscious decision because when I first started, right before Hardcore Wipe, and then when Hardcore Wipe happened, I went Bear both times.
Got you.
Was because I forgot to mention I'm huge into War Thunder too,
Oh, fucking
which is
War.
another Russian game,
Oh my god, talk about a game that pisses you off more than Tarkov.
and has more grind than Tarkov,
Oh, by a long stretch.
right?
People want to complain
So,
about peacekeeper requests. Have you ever played War Thunder?
have you ever tried to unlock a tier 4 research
No, I'm good.
without paying for it?
No,
Yeah,
I'm good.
yeah.
No thanks, I choose death.
So there's something that's really realistic in War Thunder. It's not a game mechanic. Well, I mean, I guess it is, but what I mean realistic is Russian bias, right? Like, the Russian tanks and the Russian like progression line and like the armaments are so overpowered. Like, the best American tank cannot penetrate the best Russian tank on like front facing armor or side armor.
Which, yeah, realistically makes sense.
Realistically, no, in real life does not make sense.
I
Right?
I
Like,
must have I must have misheard you. I heard.
no. What I was saying, what was real is I'm saying the Russian bias is real.
Oh
So
yeah, the Russian
it's a
bias is
game
very real.
made in Russia, so they're biased towards the Russian faction, right? So all their armaments, all their aircrafts are the best in the game.
Okay, I definitely
Simply
heard
on
you
the
wrong
fact
then.
that they're Russian.
Yep, I definitely heard you wrong on that one. That was my bad.
No worries at all.
So
But
that was one thing I actually noticed about
so
Tarkov
that's why I chose
because
Bear.
Tarkov is one of the only games I have ever played where the AKS-74U, the SVD, the VSS are actually good weapons.
Or not the shit weapons.
Yeah, in every other fucking first-person shooter, any other game that I have been access to these weapons, they're junk.
Usually the best weapon is the scar.
Usually, well, at least the 7.62 by 51 scar, because that's
Yeah.
you're shooting tank shells at fucking people.
Oh,
All right.
that or like an M4, right?
Who
Um,
is who is your favorite trader, and who is your least favorite trader?
so this is a little contradictory.
All right, what you got?
Peacekeeper. I
Peacekeeper's
prefer
the
Bear
favorite.
Faction, but I love Peacekeeper
Wow,
because
yeah,
of
that
what he
was
sells.
that was a
Because of what he sells. I
fair.
love the M4 platform. Once you're high enough tier to have AP ammo.
I mean, the M4 is basically the sign that you've made it in Tarkov, that you are past the early game, and then you can just do this.
Yes. So I absolutely love the M4. He sells it.
Mm-hmm.
For some reason, when I first started the game, I don't know why, but I would, as soon as I unlocked him, I would just sell everything to him. So I had $45,000 within the first like 80 hours of playing the game.
Got you.
I did not care about rubles. And then I just kept running Peacekeeper kits for the longest time. Or weapons, I should say. It doesn't really, I mean, he sells a backpack, right?
Mm-hmm.
But either way, besides the point, he's my favorite just because of what he sells.
Fair.
Um, if it went off of personality, I would say Ragman. If we're talking 1.0.
Oh, what Ragman's just a bro.
He's a bro. Yeah, that's why I like him. Least favorite. Um, if we're gonna talk like because it just happens for 1.0, versus personality, um, I would say least favorite is either the therapist, because why do you want all of my money immediately when the game starts? Are you kidding me?
Have you noticed that she seems to take money from you more than anybody else in the game?
Yes. Stop that. Get help. Um
Please.
and then but like, okay, let's talk about like actually like before 1.0 came out. My least favorite was probably Jaeger, because he had the most difficult tasks for
Yeah,
me.
Jaeger's quests were always a fucking pain. However, his
So he
equipment was
just kind of
pretty.
got ignored, and he became this like speed bump of, or barrier of impossibility.
So I'm gonna be the contrarian here.
Hmm.
My favorite trader is Jaeger because the difficulty of his tasks, the weapons that he carries. Just the assholish nature for some reason tickles me pink. Because, I mean, you got an old Russian dude living out in the woods. He's sick of fucking everybody. He's sick of you. But you know what? Fine, I'll tolerate your bullshit. Least favorite trader. I'm going to go with Proper.
Really?
Yeah. The reason for
His
Proper,
tasks are easy.
it's got nothing to do with his tasks. It's got everything to do with his equipment. I do not care about the Eastern Bloc weapons much at all. The only thing that Proper is useful to me is being able to buy the PZH fucking rounds off of him at 2. So I have some decent 9mm rounds. Other than
That,
that,
and when you're not running grenades, he
yeah,
does buy your grenades, and
that's
he
about
does he does give you a good,
he gives you the best price. He gives you the
penny.
best price for grenades. Yeah.
Yeah.
Those are two benefits versus frankly being a waste of time and effort in terms of actually having to give this man equipment to get him leveled up. Because again, these are all Eastern Bloc weapons that I find all the time out in the field in the game. Why would I pay you
Yeah,
for
there's
that?
nothing you can buy from him that you probably can't find.
Exactly. There's nothing that I would sell to him because Mechanic gives me a better price. I'm not going to bother selling attachments to him because Jaeger gives me a better price. I'm not going to bother selling weapons when it comes to certain monies because, well, Peacekeeper gives me better shit. Like,
I will say this though. In 1.0, since they have the new visit thing, and they like, kind of actually gave them a
I like
personality, and you
Proper
could
as a
talk to them.
personality. The slamming
Yeah,
is
he's like he's like the cool uncle that
yeah
doesn't really care about anything. That like he's the uncle who would, like, when you're 12, he'd be like, "Yeah, you can have a beer. Try it out. Just don't tell your mom."
yeah. Let me show you something. Don't tell your parents. Yep.
Yeah.
The cool uncle. See, he reminds me of that a lot of it, but he also reminds me of he reminds me of that school counselor. Dude's always got positive stuff for you. How you doing, warrior? What's going on? Have you noticed this dude's been giving you
Mhm.
free shit throughout the fucking 1.0 as
He
well?
has.
Yeah.
You log in and he's got something free for you.
Yeah. I don't know what's going on there, but I'm not complaining.
No, no, exactly. All right,
Uh,
I can get behind those reasons.
So, favorite weapons platform in the game?
M4,
Gotta go with the chat approach.
M4, M4. I mean, no restrictions, right? No holds bars,
No,
right?
no, there's no restrictions here.
M
But your preferred weapon
M4
build, if you had openings for all traders are level 4, you have full access to the flea market, you got 10 mil, have at her.
and M4. I've had other builds that like are better. There's
Mm-hmm.
like I can't think of the name right now, but like Shrapnel, the one he uses, it's a semi-auto, but it is an M4. It isn't like an AR platform, but it's a
Uh,
single shot one.
SR25 or TX15. It's gonna be one of those two.
I think it's the TX15.
TX15 is
Um,
pretty good, and you can get it off the flea market immediately at
and like
15.
the ergo on it is like crazy
Oh
good and
yeah,
stuff like that, and like
the
it's a great weapon. But
mm-hmm.
having that as a newbie, right? Having that confidence of, oh, I just ran into somebody, and
Yeah,
I can throw 60 rounds at you, you know,
that sounds
of
familiar.
M8 5.56 or whatever,
Mm-hmm.
like, yeah, dude. I totally appreciate that. And then put a suppressor on it. It's nice and quiet, still has good
It
penetration.
still has good
Um
ergo.
it still has good ergo. You could throw a grenade launcher on it. You can basically make it into a DMR, or you can make it into a close quarter.
The
Just
variety.
it is still the Lego of guns.
It is. I can't knock that. For me, and another one that I'm gonna be a little contrarian and controversial on. Favorite platform, MP5K. Cheap,
That
super light, very accurate, no
that's
recoil.
the MP5 like pistol,
That's the
basically,
little
right?
guy, yep.
That's like I see that. I always think of like Resident Evil.
Yep. No, and that's a fair argument. Resident Evil, that's about this one place I've seen the
Yeah.
MP5K regularly used. The reason that I like it so much is because the MP5 is a classic weapon. It is something that you have
Mhm.
seen in every movie, every dude, the FBI siege that started fucking all kinds of problems. Operation Nimrod. MP5s have been all over the world forever. That
Yeah.
is the professional. That's the breadwinner child that the parents wanted. The
Yeah.
MP5K is the one that dropped out of high school, started snorting coke, and he gets into fights in bars.
But you know what? Still rich because he makes crazy daytime trading bets
Exactly.
and like,
This
yeah.
dude trashes his nights but runs his days. Can still attach the 50 round mag. Can still put a perfectly good scope on it. Still fires like a laser. It costs like $170 from Peacekeeper. And on top of it all, completely kitted out, it's barely 2 kilograms. Honestly,
Yeah.
I would recommend trying it out.
I'm gonna need to. I've always just whenever I've gotten them, I've just sold them. I was like, I don't want that little rinky dink.
Your brain tells you that it's a little rinky-dink until you realize that it is just a smaller MP5. That
I'm like,
everything that every
it's just a blicky that shoots actual bullets.
it's just again, it's just a drippier MP5. Like it's just a better looking guy. I really wish they'd give me a stock for it. H&K sells a stock for it. I know it's $200.
Oh, you know, it'd be cool if they had the because lots of operators realistically will use the strap, so they'll have like the sling
Mm-hmm.
on it, and then you like kind of wrap the sling around your shoulder, and then you push the gun forward, creating that
Yeah,
tension
they
in the
keep the tension
sling
for the
to reduce
recoil.
your recoil.
Yep.
hmm
Yep.
That would be a cool mechanic. That'd be a cool little feature.
Favorite quest in the game, at least for the ones that you've done. Let's be real. The only people who have ever completed Tarkov are psychopaths and Kappa hunters.
I know quite a bit of people who have gotten Kappa.
My point.
Um,
Well, just from what I saw you playing earlier, playing with a bunch of fucking like random Chad guys, like, oh shit, I'm staying the hell out of this. I was gonna jump in PvP with you today, but I decided against it. Fuck that noise.
when I was playing with Storza and
Yeah, when you had the group of 5 going. Yeah, I
oh
was.
yeah,
Yeah,
that
I
was
was.
crazy. That was actually we didn't run a group of 5. What happened was It was a group of 2 and a group of 3. We were all loading into the same server, so we decided to all hop in together.
That's one way to do it.
Like they all knew each other and said, "All right, well at least that's one less team that we have to worry about."
Yeah, it's
So when
one
we
less.
spawned in, we all went our separate ways.
Okay, cool. I actually didn't pay attention to that stream. I saw the grouping of 5, and I'm like, yep, nope, not even gonna try today.
Yeah, no, they were some handsome fellas.
Yeah,
I'll tell you what.
I saw the levels. I saw this like, no, thank you. I
The
choose death.
levels, the skins,
Yeah, no,
it
thanks. I choose death.
was.
So
But
yeah,
either way,
favorite quest.
favorite quest. That is so hard because they're all garbage.
They are.
I'm gonna be so honest with you. I think they're all garbage.
Yeah, no, they're all junk. That's why that's
It would definitely be like an early one. You know, like because I mean that's
the mole.
no, not the mall. You would think so because I mained
No, no,
interchange, but
no,
that's not
the
why I mained
mole.
interchange. Oh, the mole. Yeah, I would have to say the mole because it's a good introductory quest.
Yeah,
It really is. It gives you a little bit of everything. It gives you a little bit of covert ops. In order to get to the key, you have to. There's multiple looting along the ways. It takes you to low traffic areas. It takes you to high traffic areas. It takes you to some camper spots. It takes you to like having to actually realize that hey, not everything that I can loot is just in a box. Sometimes it's a dead person hidden under rubble.
right.
Like it really sets the tone for questing inside of Tarkov. I would definitely,
The
yeah,
mole.
I would say the mole. Yeah, I
Okay.
never really thought about it like which is my favorite quest, but I like now that I think about it, like when Humanized Wife was starting to get into Tarkov, and she's like, "Oh, I have the mole quest." I was like, "Let's run it. I'm comfortable with that one. I like that one.
I remember that because
That's a good quest."
I remember that because I'm fairly certain I was part of that one because we ended up in Ground Zero trying to get the key for her, and the key was already gone.
Yeah, I think so. Yep.
Yep, I remember that. But no,
So
the mole's a good
yeah.
answer. Because again, back to teaches you a lot about the beginning of the game, teaches you the kind of stuff that you're going to be looking for. It doesn't explain to you where the key is. You kind of have to figure that one out on your own. And yeah, okay.
And that sets a huge tone for Tarkov of, hey, nothing's explained to you.
Most hated quest.
Most hated quest,
Mm.
Shooter Born in Heaven. Easy. Easy.
It's delivery from the past for me. I fucking hate delivery. Don't make me go back to factory. Fuck you.
No, yeah, absolutely hate Factory.
Yeah, no. All right. So
And
I guess that answers that next thing. I was gonna be what's your favorite map and what's the most hated map?
it's so most hated map has been consistent Factory.
Yeah.
That's never
No, it's
changed.
no contest.
Favorite map has changed. So what it really came down to is like people were like I can't believe like almost everyone I talk to, except like super giga chads
Mm-hmm.
that I've come across, um, that I say like I love interchange and I main interchange goes, you're insane. That makes no sense. That's why are you sick? You know, um, and the only reason I really liked interchange, I would say overall it is my favorite. If I had to put my foot down, I've gone through phases where like Ground Zero was my favorite once I learned it. Then Customs was my favorite once I learned it.
Mm-hmm.
I think you see the common denominator here. It's not
It's
the map;
no.
it's that
It,
I learned it.
it's the fact that you can deal with it effectively. Thus, it becomes a more appealing map to you. That makes sense.
Exactly. So, interchange for some reason or the other was the only place that in the beginning, like I said, no YouTube videos, no nothing, that I was able to learn where the extracts were.
Mm-hmm. You were able to
So
find some
that's why
success.
yeah. So I was able to end my raid and not be MIA. So like that ended up being my favorite map on that sole factor. And then
Nice.
I realized of strictly playing interchange for the first 100 hours of my Tarkov experience.
Mm-hmm.
Granted, I just broke 300 hours. So you can do the math.
Wow.
A
I
third
actually
of my life in Tarkov has
at
been
the,
on interchange. And
at
you're like,
this
why do you
point
know it
that
so much?
at this point that means I have more time than you. But I can tell you right now, there's a solid 100 hours of just stagnant doing nothing. The
True.
amount of times that I will,
Lobby.
yeah, lobby or just having to walk away. I'm a married man. I got pups. I got stuff to do.
No, for sure, for sure.
Oh, time to step in.
So yeah. I would definitely say, especially the new interchange. Like, come
Dude,
on,
new
did you
interchange is
not
cool.
have fun going to
I
the new bases and all the new area that they
I can tell you
expanded
right now,
into?
I still have that quest for murdering a bunch of scabs on interchange. I was already planning
And
on dragging you back.
I just learned something new today.
Okay, we're going back
There's
then.
almost a guaranteed spawn for Tagilla in the garage, and he's like cased in an area. Like you have to like jump over a couple boxes to get. So you remember when we were walking in to the garage in not ground zero, and on interchange, and we are like, oh man, they really opened it up down here.
Yep.
And I said, all right, let's go to the right.
And they
And
closed
then it
that
was
off.
closed, and I
Yeah.
was like, oh, that was ironic. That closed off area is a whole living complex. It has Tagilla made his own gym in there. He made his bed in there. He has a little kitchen in there. He has a bathroom in there. He has a TV station with a massaging chair in there. He
So
has a couple cars inside of there. And it's like a mini battlegrounds to fight Tagilla in there.
we may have to go murder Tagilla later.
Absolutely. So tonight, when I found out about this, every time we went there 2 or 3 times, no, I think it was 3 times. Every time we went there, someone had already gotten him first because I don't think it's a guaranteed spawn, but it's like a high spawn rate
Well,
for him to be there.
I know that I haven't brought it up in the interview, but we have kind of made the conclusion. Whereas I am the PVE main. I do too much
Yeah.
shit. I don't like people, but I do enjoy the struggle of fighting the AI. The fact that everybody can see me through bushes and trees and shit makes the game just so much more difficult. I honestly believe. Like, sure, PvP, I got murdered in firefights. Big whoop. The amount of times that I have been killed in PvE, not knowing where the fucking shot came from, Jesus, too many. But that's also part of the reason that I decided to interview my PvP nut of a fucking buddy here. So
And it's crazy, like you think, oh, PvP nut, he's good. I'm not.
most PvP nuts aren't, dude. If you have a survival rate of about 30%, you're golden. Like you're a good player. Which says that 70% of the time you're dead.
My KD right now is 4.7 on
Nicely
PvP.
done. Nicely done.
Granted, yeah, that takes scavs into consideration. I've killed I think the last time I looked at my stats, all in all, my whole 1.0. So how many days we're in? 11 days into 1.0's release at the time of this.
So
what was I saying?
We were talking about interchange and the bosses. The boss have. Oh no, we were talking about your
No,
KD. You were talking about your KD.
Oh yes, my KD. So all in all, I think I've only killed 27 PMCs.
Which is still impressive given the fact that
11 days in, I've only killed 27 PMCs.
That's about 3 a day. It's close to 3 a day, dude. About 2-ish. 2 or 3 a day.
And most of the days I'm not killing PMCs, but yesterday, I don't know what happened. Day 10 of 1.0, I got 9 PMCs.
That's right. You had the quest for 12 and you already knocked out 3/4 of it.
Yep. And one of it was, I'm going to post this clip, but it was the mounted grenade launcher in ground zero. There was a 4-man running into tar bank, and I just let that sucker rip. I didn't even go to see. I saw 2 of them drop. I thought it was a 2-man. And then when I extracted, I saw 4 kills. 3 bears and 1 USEC.
Oh, yep. Team of buddies going out to ground zeros probably killed a bunch of Timmies. And with the level that you're at, yeah, more than likely. So ground zeros is interesting. Ground zeros has 2 different lobbies, one for under level 21 and one for over level 21.
I never knew that.
You do now. Yeah, no, because ground zeros is considered the beginner's map, so they have 2 separate servers for lower level and higher level. Because fact of the matter is,
I always said that should be a thing in Tarkov.
Honestly, in terms of Tarkov, to make things just more pleasant for people in general, because, like, let's be real, your level really doesn't bear how difficult the game is. It really doesn't. It's all about mechanical skill. So by that argument, why doesn't it have a skill-based matchmaking like every other fucking multiplayer shooter in existence does?
I even thought, I mean, it's not fully flushed idea. I even thought, like, why doesn't it have not necessarily a level-based mechanic, but an hours based?
Well, that's another one.
Like,
yeah.
someone with 9,000 hours.
I don't need to be fighting Landmark in fucking Factory. How's that? I don't need to be fighting Hyper Rat and fucking Landmark and all the other fucking big streamers.
Let them all fight each other.
Exactly. Let the Chads fight the Chads, and Go ahead.
It'll probably come into population issues. You know what I'm saying? Like it's gonna be
They already have population issues. Fact of the matter is, PvE has way more players than PvP. PvE players are
I
sitting
know.
at like 144,000.
And the people who are playing it are juicy,
Mm,
handsome.
mm.
So yeah.
I do my best, but unfortunately, I'm kind of a fugly slob. The only thing I got going for me is that Death Shadow Mask. Make sure you do those ref missions. He fucking pays out some good shit. I hate the
He
man,
does. He
but god
does.
damn it, he's got good shit.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, that's another side of things. Or previous question, I guess I should say. I
About the
hate I
triggers.
hate his quests. I hate ref quests.
The fact that he requires you to deal with fucking arena for a couple things is really fucking stupid. Like really fucking stupid. You're not gonna convince me to buy another goddamn game. Okay, no, that's something we do have to bring up. That is something that I now I have to change the question real quick. Why the fuck is Battle State so money hungry? Where in their right mind did they decide that a $250 edition was okay and acceptable to still keep around to this day? Sure, it's not 250 bucks anymore, but 190 isn't exactly a big difference.
Yeah, I picked it up 35% off for $195.
Yeah, that's about where it's at now. And that's the kind of the just have you seen anything in this game, anything in this community, anything period that would necessitate, facilitate this kind of money? Because that's going to be one of the biggest stops for people wanting to play this is how fucking expensive it is.
Well, I'll be honest with you. If it wasn't for me simply wanting a bigger stash and get PvE,
Yeah.
right? And arena,
Yeah.
right? I would have stuck to my standard account. And the only reason I wanted PvE, it was not to play it to enjoy it, was to learn extractions, which is my biggest challenge in the game.
See,
My biggest challenge is not PvP fighting. My biggest challenge is not
map
playing
knowledge.
the AI. It's map knowledge.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm able to get map knowledge. And to me, like, you can show me a map all day and it means nothing to me. Right?
Mm-hmm.
So like I really need to play it and I need to do it. And I need to do it not once, not twice. I need to do it like 13 times to like to fully grasp and learn it and make it stick in my head.
Got you.
So that's why I wanted PvE, right? And then I wanted arena to improve my PvP. Everyone's saying like, bro, like work on your PvP, just play some arena. And I played the 3-day trial and I actually kind of liked it.
Well, because it's a deathmatch thing. Rather than it's the one life you're dead, you respawn, come back in. Like it
I wasn't even
turns.
worried about the money transfer or the skills transfer thing. Like I feel like that shouldn't exist.
I agree.
It-
The fact
or if
that
that does exist, I should at least be able to send my PVE money into my PvP account.
see
You're
that
you're doing it for arena.
yeah.
Why are you drawing the line at PVE? I don't know.
See, to me, PVE, the reason I enjoy it so much is again, well, I don't have a whole lot of friends to play with. If I had more people to play with, like if you were more free and I had a couple other people, fuck yeah, dude. Doing 4-mans of PvP is always a blast. I need to do my best not to shoot Lance again. Um, but
Yeah.
but PvE I find to be a fantastic fucking training suite. It's you learn the progression of the quests, you learn how the game works, and guess what? Rather than having a 9,000 hour Chad come and ruin your experience because you are still figuring things out, because let's be real, this is a game that does not tell you a fucking thing about it.
No.
So that's where I find PvE to fit. PvE is the way to learn the game because it's less stress, it's less aggravation, so you can figure it out and then take those skills and transfer them straight over to PvP. Because guess what? 90% of what you're fighting still in PvP is the AI. It's only on occasion are you going to bump into a PMC because they're trying to do the same thing that you are. They're trying to quest, they're trying to move around. It's only those 10-20% of Chad/cheaters that are just pure PvPers. That they showed up with no backpack, they showed up with level 6 plates, and they're solely there just to kill people. Nothing else.
And I only run into those people on Factory. I'll
Yeah,
be so honest with
yeah,
you.
Factory is that map. That's one of the reasons that
Maybe customs.
Dorms, yeah.
But it's dorms exactly. But it's mostly Factory.
Yeah, no, and honestly, that kind of playstyle, irritates the fuck out of me with a game like this. Maybe I'm just the weirdo. Maybe I don't get the concept of trying to run around and jump and deal with all this shit like I'm playing fucking Call of Duty. But when the literal mechanics are set of a... I can manually adjust my walk speed for how quiet or how loud I want to be. This is a game that wants you to fucking think and be tactful, not fucking... I'm gonna run around and I'm just gonna...
No, I would agree to that point, and I think there's stuff that like they tried to kind of help address that with inertia.
Just didn't do enough, and then they
But
turned around and nerfed inertia.
exactly. Um, here's how I look at it. If they simply would have got rid of being able to, because I don't know about you, very few people, I think, on the face of the planet, even I'm talking about Navy SEALs, even can do the run and jump like people do, like across hallways. Like,
Oh,
they
yeah.
run, jump,
Well,
run, jump,
well,
run, jump.
you gotta
Run,
think...
and the height of which you're jumping, it's not, you're not jumping super high. I'm not saying you're jumping like Spider-Man. It's not
Unless
super
their strength
crazy.
is at 20, and then they're turning around and smacking the fucking roof of everything that they fucking jump against. Like, that's the other side of the coin. Like, I love the RPG mechanics of it, but then you have... Then you have the people who are... I'm just bitching and complaining
Which
because it's just a, game
no.
style, and not a fan
It's
of it.
valid though. It's
Oh, it
valid.
is.
It's valid. And then like I feel like one game, unfortunately, it's not PvP, but one game that kind of nailed it. If it was PvP, that kind of nailed the whole like actually being tactical in the way that you like play the game and engage in combat was Ready or Not.
Ready or Not did do a
Like,
good job of that.
you cannot run into anything in Ready or Not. You
No.
cannot jump across a hallway in Ready or Not.
No.
And even if you, I don't even think your character jumps in Ready or Not. When's the last time you've seen an operator, a soldier, like jumping as part of their push?
Well,
Or as part of their movement. Maybe
from our...
vaulting over cover, but not jumping.
Well, figure it from our inventory screen of Tarkov. Even our basic loadout, an armored vest, a helmet, a handgun, is 23 to 26 kilograms. In layman's terms, that's 55 pounds of fucking equipment you're carrying on you. And it's just getting heavier and heavier. So then you have these guys that are 50 kilograms fucking weighed down, sprinting and jumping past doors. You're telling me that you're running around like a madman with 100+ pounds on your back, making sure you... No. No. And that's one of my biggest issues with it, is that we care so much about the realism right up until we don't.
Yeah, that's a good way to put it.
Oh, one of the examples that has been brought to my attention from another video in terms of the realism thing. How is it realistic that I'm gonna slug a fucking entire jar of mayonnaise, sit and fucking die of dehydration in this bush for 5 minutes? How the fuck is Jaeger gonna know that I did that? Is he watching me? There's points of realism that are just dumber than all hell. Like, I didn't realize that aspirin was so powerful that it would take away the pain of 2 snapped femurs and allow me to sprint across a field.
Yeah, exactly.
So again, back to, I enjoy the realism, but a lot of the people who've been playing this game for years have ruined a lot of that. And unfortunately, Battlestate listens to them more than they listen to the small layman's like me and you. So, next question. If you could pick one mechanic, one thing... I was gonna say one thing to fix or add to the game.
Oh, never mind. Damn, I jumped the gun.
Yeah, you did just a little bit there, my guy. If there was one...
What was my favorite mechanic? Okay.
Favorite mechanic, and what would you change? What would you add?
Okay, so favorite mechanic is VoIP.
VoIP is fun.
I think it's fucking amazing. I think it makes so I know you're not a huge fan of the Tarkov streamers, but I would have to say, call it cliche, call it bandwagony, call it whatever you wish. I love the Burnt Peanut. I think he's hilarious. And I know that he's actually hated amongst the Tarkov
Do you know
community
what's funny?
by a large majority. Yeah.
I'm right there with them on the hating him. Not for any other reason besides I cannot stand his fucking voice. It is like nails on a chalkboard to me, and it makes me want to put my fist through my monitor. The man needs to shut the fuck up.
He has like 20 stems like vocal stems, and I think they're all great. I don't know. I don't know.
Yeah, again, to each their own. To each their
Yeah.
own.
How many times have you heard me and Lance after a raid go, excellent raid, gentlemen, excellent raid? You know,
Not gonna lie, I actually
that's
don't pay
straight
attention to
peanut. Oh,
that.
okay. Fair
Not
enough.
gonna
Fair
lie,
enough.
don't pay attention to that. Generally, by the end of the raid, I'm just doing my best to fucking catch my breath and like focus on what the fuck just happened.
Or like the shit talking other players and antagonizing them and
Okay,
into
see
pushing you while
that
you're
could
holding a corner.
that could be
He does
fun.
that amazingly.
Yeah, that part could be fun. There's a couple clips that I've seen that have been kind of funny, but again, back to the I just don't like the dude's voice or personality too much. I find it to be too goddamn much. I'd say a fine line if we're going by streamers that I'm aware of that kind of hit that same point of being funny but not so annoying, and it goes right back to me hating Chads, but on the same note, I can kind of deal with this guy. It's Sheaf. That fucking dude.
Well,
SHEF. Yeah,
we
that
can have a whole separate podcast interview, whatever you want to call it, just about Tarkov stream.
all right. I think
You
last
got another question?
I'm thinking of a couple more, but I think I'm gonna mull over to we're gonna mull over to bosses. Which
Okay.
which
I
boss?
don't have too much experience with bosses.
I didn't figure. Which boss is your oh fuck no situation?
Killer.
Fair.
You can probably guess why.
Oh, I can definitely
My
guess
main
why.
was interchanged. That's the first boss I ever encountered.
For me, it's the goons. The reason being is
I've never gotten got by the goons.
the
Never.
reason being is because I will always get two of them, and then the last one will catch me when I'm reloading or something stupid, and it's always Big Pipe. I will take Knight and Bird Eye out without a fucking issue, but Big Pipe gets me every time.
The first boss I ever killed was Knight, and he was being so stupid. I was on they're on Shoreline, right?
Yes,
Yeah,
they are on Shoreline. They spawn over
So
by the weather.
I was at the beach, you know, like those little like I don't know what they're called. I think they're like little dressing rooms.
Yeah,
At the beach.
you're down by where you do the peacekeeper quest of dropping off the sniper rifle and shit.
Correct. So I'm not in the dressing room. I'm outside the dressing room, looking out into the water. The beach and the whole rest of the map is behind me,
Mhm.
right? So my friend who's being a Sherpa to me, he was fighting the goons, right?
Mm-hmm.
And Knight moonwalked around the corner and then didn't even look at me and just kept aggro on to my friend. I don't even remember what gun I had. I just remember I dumped my mag in the side of his ear and dropped him. And I said, "Oh my god, I just killed somebody. Oh, this guy has like a predator mask or something. He looks like the predator, you know?"
Mm-hmm.
And then my friend's like, "Bro, you just killed Knight." And that was my first boss kill. And I was like, "Okay, well, that was fucking easy. He was really stupid,
Nice.
you know?" I'm pretty sure that was just luck.
Yeah, more than likely. Actually, that's 50-50 because honestly, I've murdered Knight so many times at this point that he does feel like the easiest of the three. The dude's first reaction is to run up and push you. You're presenting face to me. That's not a good idea, sir.
Yeah.
And same with Bird Eye. For some reason, Bird Eye likes to materialize the second that fucking Knight goes down, and he'll come rush you. Still, to me, the most memorable boss situation was me and you in dorms.
Oh, when they had boss spawns, like basically every map, 100% or something like
when
that.
we fought Rashala and the goons in the fucking dorm.
And they just wouldn't stop coming. And we were in rooms across from each other, just
yeah, all we could do.
That was crazy.
Yeah, all we could do, fucking lay out rounds. Sorry, dude, I'm out. Fucking take him.
Yep.
Yeah, no, fucking. To me, that's still.
There were bosses killed. There were bullets taken. There was friendly fire.
There was a little friendly fire. My
healing.
my leg wasn't exactly in great shape, but we move on. I'm still pissed that you gave me a heavy bleed with that.
It was a good time.
That was fucking fantastic. So, what would you change about the bosses?
No. I don't know. I don't have an answer for that.
Pretty happy with how they're at? That's fair,
I don't
dude.
encounter them that much. I like there's such a small part of this game for me.
That's insane because I bump into them all the fucking time. I think that's the other difference between the modes. Because, like, in PvP,
PvE and PvP.
because, like, PvP, yeah, no, 9 times out of 10, I would find the boss's corpse rather than the boss. Because it's like, yep, somebody already gunned him down. All right, moving on.
And to me, a player is so much more scarier than a boss.
I really don't find it to be that way. Honestly, players just annoy me. They don't really scare me. The
No,
AI,
they get my blood pumping.
the AI to this
Like,
day is still what gets me, simply because of the aimbotting, the ability to spot no matter where the fuck you're at. Like, good story. Was playing PvP the other night. I needed to do the shoreline quest for Peacekeeper, that one that we were just talking about. It spawned me over by the electrical station. All right, fine. I guess I'll just move on. I actually have a key for this place, so let's go see what's in there. It's a weapons room now. It's actually pretty dope. But I found one bare PMC inside. I'm like, okay, cool. Take him out. He didn't get a chance to notice me, so that's neat. And then I got stuck in the power station for a solid 15 minutes as I was being ringed around the rosy by 4 other PMCs who kept spotting me in the most obscure fucking corners that you could come up with and still put rounds in me. I'm not worried about a player doing that. I am worried about an AI doing that. And guess what? The AI is way better at it than the player is. That's why people don't scare me as much. People just annoy me.
I understand, even though I personally don't agree with it, but I understand.
Everybody's got their thing. It's to me it's almost like the Terminator thing. I'm way more scared of something unthinking, unfeeling that is programmed to simply kill than I am a person who has action and reaction timing, second thoughts, potentially scared themselves. Yeah, I'm not worried about that. I am worried
Sure,
about
with the early level player, but if we're talking someone with 9,000 hours, they're going to be way more difficult than any boss on the
oh,
map.
the only guy that I can come up with that was even close to that was when me and you were in customs and the 3 PMCs we had to put down there. One of those guys had 3,000 hours. We still put him down like a rag doll. To me,
Sure.
Back to the humans make mistakes. Computers
Yes,
generally don't.
And the cheater aspect of the humans.
Oh my god, then the cheater aspect. I don't even want to fucking talk about that. But we have to.
To me,
But we
also
have to.
makes them. That almost makes them scarier.
Well, in fairness, a cheater is an AI, but with way more going for them. Because fact of the matter is, they do have auto aim. Have you seen some of the fucking stream cheaters and, like, watching them perfectly aim and then within one frame their aim snaps back into one spot? Yeah, that's because they had a mod for auto aim.
I've seen it.
Yeah, that's just... Unfortunately, that is a big chunk of this game that is going to be... There's nothing that you can do about it. There's nothing anybody can do about it. New, old, the amount of times I've watched 10,000-hour Chads getting mowed down by a dude with 300 hours because of cheats, like it... Back again of... That's really the top fear in the entire game. It's not the AI. It's not the other players. It is the hackers.
It's the cheaters. Yeah.
It is the hackers. They cause us the most grief, the most pain, the most misery of an entire game. So, I guess my last question I have for you. How long do you see yourself playing Tarkov?
That's so hard to say. Only because, like I mentioned, when you asked me, like, what games do I like?
You have variety.
All that stuff. Right? I go through phases. It's not just variety, right? It's... I hyper obsess over one game. Like when I played Flight Sim, I only played Flight Sim.
Yeah, we call that autism.
For Honor. Yeah. yes.
Yeah, I know. That's the reason I have the hours in Tarkov right now that I do. Yeah, it's been the same thing. I've been hyper fixating on this for a while.
I see Tarkov being a part of my life till the day I die. The same way that my torrent downloaded Need for Speed Underground 2 because it's the only way I can get it on my PC. You know, it's gonna be a game that I'm gonna play for the rest of my life too.
Nice. Okay, that's fair.
But when was the last time I played Need for Speed? I don't know. It's probably been 2 years. Now that I said it, I kind of want to play it again.
Yeah.
You know, but I'm so fixated in Tarkov right now that
It's
no
what
other game really matters. I have no interest in playing any other game. When I'm eating lunch by myself, I'm watching a Tarkov video, or I'm watching a streamer, or I'm watching how to do this, how to do that, what settings for this. You know, it's the
yeah.
game I
You
put
go
the most
go to
research and
bed, you're
work in.
going over the raids that you had earlier that night, and yep.
I've had dreams. I've had Tarkov dreams,
Me
especially after the first day of launch for 1.0, where I streamed for 17 hours
yeah, it's
straight.
good to know that mine and your level of autism is similar. That's great.
That night, I had an Escape from Tarkov dream. And it's not like I was in the world of Escape from Tarkov. It was a dream about me playing Escape from Tarkov.
I
Like, that's my level of obsession with it. And what's crazy is like whenever I explain how much I love this game to people, like my coworkers, or if I'm talking to my parents, or
mhm,
just whoever, right?
yeah.
They're like, "Why do you like this game so much? Like, you're saying yourself you're not even good at it, like, and you just die all the time." And it's so hard to explain. It's explain the color blue to a blind person.
Yeah,
I
no.
don't know. I don't know.
Fair. That's a
You
great
know what I'm
analogy.
saying?
No, that's a great analogy.
So, but yeah. So I see myself right now. I see myself playing it for the rest of my life. Now, who's to say a year from now, 4 months from now, 6 months from now, they do something to the game that completely turns me off from the franchise? The only thing that will stop me from playing this game is probably going to be the developers. If
Fair.
they do something crazy that I don't agree with.
Fair. All right. Well, time to swap the role for a second. You got any questions for
Hmm.
me there, Home Slice?
Well, yeah.
Okay. What you got?
So as much as you love PvE,
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna ask you a PvP question because that's what I really care about.
What you got?
What's your scariest moment? And then what was your most fuck yeah moment? You know what I'm saying? Like I'm talking about like, holy shit. Oh my god, I can't believe that happened. And what was your most absolutely terrifying? Oh my god, I just shit myself. Oh my, you're sweating. You literally jumped in your chair.
Um.
I want both of those moments.
So we'll start with the first one. We'll start with the oh, you got to be fucking kidding me one. Um.
No. You misunderstood me.
I
Not
misunderstood you. Okay. What do you want?
yeah,
The
yeah, yeah. It was fuck yeah,
oh fuck yeah, yeah.
I
I got
can't
that. The
believe that
success.
happened.
Yeah.
That beyond success, that
Mm-hmm.
immense dopamine drop. What was your biggest PvP dopamine drop?
Getting in and out with the pocket watch without seeing a single person. The fact that I got there first and it wasn't a bloodbath on the beaches of Normandy. Could
And it was the
hear.
North America server?
Yes. Yes, it was the same West Coast server I always play on.
Okay.
No, the fact that I managed that by itself was, oh my god, oh my god, oh my god, I am the best stealth player to have ever lived. Fuck you, rats, you have nothing on me. Now,
Okay.
now for the greatest, oh god damn it, scared, terrified, what the fuck?
Like you literally jumped in your chair.
When me and you were in customs, we were inside the stronghold. We were heading over to try to get into, corner room. Corner room that's got all the weapon boxes and stuff. As I was following you in, you immediately got sprayed down. You freaked out. Oh shit, oh shit, oh shit. I immediately went into panic mode, jumped into the room, and I hip sprayed this fucker down. There was no success to be had. That little ratty bastard fucking had us good, and we barely scrounged and survived. Only to have a PMC put us down about a minute and a half later. That was probably my greatest scare slash defeat because again, having not just the multiple player scavs that we had already murdered, not just having the player scav who was fucking sitting in there ratting like a little bastard, but it felt like we didn't fight AI at all that entire game. It felt like we
Yeah,
fought nothing but players that entire run. And that honestly made me
I think we
uncomfortable.
did. I
Yeah,
think we did.
that honestly made me uncomfortable. Because again, I got so used to the AI, the calculated, not thinking, not feeling, we're just going to kill you. Perfect aim accuracy kind of setup. Where now I'm having to predict, is this guy trying to bring me in so he can bait me with a grenade? Is this guy going to push me? Is he going to fucking just sit and camp out and rat like a little bastard? Like, what's going to happen here? That
I
right there is.
I love how Tarkov really makes you think like that. Like when I've never played a single match in Call of Duty where I've been like, "What's he gonna do? Is this a possibility? Is this?" I'm
No,
making situations in my head and seeing which one's gonna be the most viable. If I was him, what would I do?
I have
It's
something.
just run and gun.
I have something awfully nerdy for you, but by the end of it, you'll understand where I'm coming from. So, I was an old Gundam nut when I was a kid. My dad introduced me to the original series back when I was a little guy.
Mm-hmm.
Series called Gundam Wing. Main
Yeah,
series, the main suit. The main suit's got a computer in it that runs probabilities and directly shoots those into the pilot's brain. Every probability, win, lose, being a suicidal maniac, all of it. And it shows all of this to the pilot all at once as a hope to make sure it makes the right decision. That's what Tarkov feels like to me. That I'm running every scenario in my brain of this could happen, this could happen, this could happen, I could fuck this up.
all while the little the little voice at the back of your head goes, "Hey, you're standing still too long. You're
Yep.
standing still too
Yep.
long."
Having to think about what you're doing. You're standing still too
Uh-huh.
long. You're not crouched low enough. Did you check your mag? Are you full? Yeah, just the amount of things that this game will throw at you all at once is insane, and probably part of the reason that my autism has been drawn to it for a fucking month now.
All right, I got one more question for you.
Oh, dude, you got nothing but time. What you got?
What was your dumbest absolute? You're kicking yourself. Why the hell did I do that? Whether you realized it in the moment or you realized it in the future, Tarkov moment.
So this one's not PVE. This one is PV. No, this one's not PvP. This one is PVE. This was actually during the recordings for the review. So I'm doing the ref quest. I got a pack on. I'm very not happy about the situation. But I made the attempt to try to do sniper with it. So I had the M9 and I had an M700 with me, right? I go up to the hallway so I can get into business and go up those stairs, get up to the next machine gun, because that's one of the best roosts for sniping in the game, too. At least in that map. As I walk in the hallway, I'm immediately jumped by 3 PMCs. Okay, well, I know how to handle this. I put one down. I get back into that garage that takes you to the stairs up to business. I put another PMC down. Feeling pretty confident about myself. And I'm like, all right, cool. I don't hear anybody else. I don't see anybody else. I threw a grenade outside the garage to see if I could bait some noise or anything. Nothing. All right, cool. So I equip the sniper rifle and I immediately start sprinting in. The second that I go in, there's another PMC sitting at the doorway waiting for me. And I got a bolt action with a 3 times 24 times scope on it. Practically fucking useless. And rather than swapping to the fucking handgun like common sense would tell me to do, especially since I have it set where one isn't just swapping to the gun, it's the immediate emergency switch. I didn't do that, and this fucker gunned me down, took all of my shit, and left.
Dang.
Because that's the one thing I didn't explain to you about PVE is they adjusted all of the AI. PMCs now act like players. They will rush you. They will
I
fucking
noticed
flank
that.
you.
I noticed that they even take extracts.
Yeah, no, they've. I love what they did to the AI, but I'm so pissed about what they did to the AI because I got used to the old AI. That's the one I'm still kicking myself about because not only did I lose, a fast MT and my fucking M700, but I then had to turn around and buy another P.A.K.A. to go back and do that shit again. If I had to give you my least favorite quest, any quest that requires you to wear a certain piece of equipment and go do shit, I fucking hate.
Uh, the blueberry quest, the
Setup.
alpaca quest. Yeah.
Yeah, no, anything that requires me to have to use a certain equipment or certain weapon, you can go fuck yourself. That kind of takes away from the freedom this game just exudes. Ugh.
And I think that's all I got for you.
Well, dude, I appreciate your time, man. Fucking, we will have to do this again sometime. Fucking, whether it be over fucking news, whether it be a different game, whether it be whatever. We could definitely do this again. Definitely appreciate your time. Fucking, definitely looking forward to the next raids we run together.
Absolutely, absolutely.
Well,
I
this
I
is
know
a
I got some of my boys hitting me up right now wanting to run some PvP, so I might hop on them real
yeah.
quick.
You have fun, dude. I got a fucking video I gotta edit now. Everybody, make sure you sub to this dude. I'm gonna leave his link in the doobly doo. This man, well, we call him a man.
I'm a man. I'm a man.
I
I'm
promise
a
I
human.
promise he's human. He's
Come
definitely
on, come
don't
on.
judge from the image. That little gray dude, that's just his stand-in. Uh
That's just a filter.
yeah, it's just a filter. Either way,
I'm
make sure
just goofing.
make sure you go to his channel, fucking sub to him, tell him I sent you. Would greatly appreciate it. We need to get this man monetized.
Heck yeah, we're really close. We're really close, guys. I mean, I've only had the channel for roughly 2 months now, and we're at 241 subscribers, which is
You're
beyond
about halfway there, my
anything.
guy. Good
Yeah,
shit.
yeah, 100%.
So
And
yeah,
I'm beyond ecstatic and surprised that like I went into this thinking nothing's gonna come of this, and 2 months later I'm sitting at 241 people are so interested in my content that they subscribed and they watch my videos on drops and chat in my stream. Like that's crazy to me. Um,
I know that feeling.
like
It,
in
it
2 months, dude, in 2 months.
well, you definitely did it quicker than me. It was about a year plus before I did my Resident Evil 1 review, and now here I am at 32k subs. I mean, I'm sorry, 3k subs. 3.2. God, my brain is just all over the place today. Anyway,
No worries, no worries.
dude, fucking, I
All right.
appreciate it. Fucking, yeah, no, guys, go sub to the man. I appreciate it. And if you guys like us doing this kind of thing, if it just sit chit chat into the ether, fucking let me know. Throw it in the comments. Take her easy, guys.
Dude, maybe we even start a
Ooh, what you got?
Tarcast, right?
Well, we could do a Tarcast. We could sit and complain about the game for
Yeah.
sure. I'll catch
All
you
right,
later,
well,
human, and everybody else, I'll catch you guys later.